Hello, this is the Cobra GTRM40, which is a powerful 1600 watt electric mower with a rear roller that will give a lovely stripe to your lawn. So this is how it arrives with you in a strong cardboard box like this. So I'm just going to open it up and we can get it out and I'll show you how to put it together ready to mow your lawn. So here it is, all unpacked now from the box. So we've got the mower unit here, which just needs a little bit of handlebar assembly, which we'll do in a second. We've got the grass collection box here, and then we've got another part of the handlebar that we need to fix on, all the fittings that we need, cable clips, etc. And of course the all important instructions. So do read the instructions and keep those safe in case you need them in the future. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish assembling the grass collection box. It's virtually together, we've just got to clip it on to the wire frame. So all I'm going to do is just turn that over and we can see we've got this plastic clip here that is going to clip over this steel bar. So just, it's nice and soft and rubberized, and then the sides like that, and turn that one over. So literally only takes seconds to put that together. So that is now ready for when we need to put it onto the mower. So I'll pop that just down there. Now we can start to put the handlebar assembly together. Two parts. So I'm going to start with this piece just here. This is the lower part that goes on the outside like that. And you'll notice that there are 4 of these red brackets here and levers. So I'm just going to take the nut and the bolt off, just to make it easy and save a little bit of time when we come to put them together. So we've got the handlebar there, so it's going to fit on the outside of these 2 short pieces there, and then what we need is one of the bolts without the washer, and that's going to go from the inside out, and you'll see that that fits because it's got a curve on it there. It actually fits with the round of this steel tube, and I'm going to put the other side in as well. That will just hold it for me in position so that I can then start and assemble it properly. So put that in position and it will hold itself like that. We then need one of the flat washers, so the flat washer goes on, and then one of the red handles, and you'll notice that in the center of them we have got this hole that's threaded that goes through like that. That is what's going to then screw onto there. So you've just got to hold it in place, turn that round and pick up the threads, and then you can just wind it round and then tighten it a few times and just test it, and we can see that's still quite loose. I'm going to go another couple, and then it puts a bit of tension on it, as you can see, and that holds that nice and firmly in place. So it's a case of repeating that then on this side. So it's the flat washer onto the bolt, and then we can thread this on. Once it starts threading, we can then tighten it up. Just check for tightness, a bit more tension needed, and there we go. So we've got that now securely in place. So we can now assemble the top section, which is this piece here. Now what we need to make sure is, before we do that, that we've got the black cable on the inside and the orange cable on the outside of the mower. And now we've got the wires in the correct position, what we do need to do is to put on this little plastic clip here, and this simply slides on to this short piece here like this. Okay, and that's to hold the cable in place when we're mowing, so we need to put that on first. And then again, this clips on the outside like that, and what I'm going to do, just to make it easier to hold it in place, is to push a bolt through there, line that up, and then I can do this side. If you've got somebody to help, that makes it even easier, but you can manage this on your own. It's just a case of lining it through like that, and then it's exactly the same as the lower. We put the flat washer on, so it's just a case then of start that onto the thread and twist it round. Again, test for tension, maybe one more twist. We want it to be nice and tight and hold it securely. And that's good, that's giving that a really firm fix. And then the last one on this side, so again the flat washer, and then we can just start twisting that round to get into the thread. Make sure that that's on, tighten that round and tighten that down. So we've now got the handlebar securely fixed in place. Last thing to do, there are two plastic cable clips like this, just to hold in this black mains lead, so we can just position these on, so that just prevents that from flapping around. Okay, and we are now ready to go. So what we'll do, we'll get this onto the grass, get the grass box on, and I'll show you how to start it and operate it and mow your lawn. So here it is, all set up now, ready to mow the lawn. So as I mentioned, this is a rotary mower with a rear roller. So if I just tilt it over like that, we can see that the blade is under there, and then it's got the roller at the back that will give us that distinctive stripe when we mow the lawn. It's very light as well, which is great. And of course, when you do want to store it, this top handle folds down. We just release these clips and this folds down, so it doesn't take up a lot of storage space. It's got the powerful 1600 watt electric motor. It isn't plugged in at the moment. Never plug it in until you're actually ready to start it, just for safety reasons. And it's got a 16-inch or 40 centimetre cut. We've got various height adjustments here. So we've got 7 different positions for raising the height of cut. So 1 being the lowest, and we can go up to 7, which raises it nice and high, just in case the grass just gets that little bit longer. You're not scalping it, and then you can gradually reduce it to the height that you want. For grass collection, we've got the box here, but this is what we call a 2-in-1, which means we've got 2 methods of cutting. So first one is if we lift the back flap here, where the grass would normally be thrown out into the collection, we can see that in here is what we call a mulch plug. And the mulch plug basically slots into that chute there, and it stops the grass from being blown around. So instead it just cuts it into very fine pieces on the underside of the deck there, chops it up, and then the downdraft blows it into the cover of the grass, and it breaks down very quickly. It's called mulch mowing. If you do that little and often, it's a really good way to keep your lawn green and healthy, and of course you don't have to dispose of the grass clippings. But if you want to collect the clippings, then what you need to do is to take that out, so that it opens up that chute, and then it's simply a case of getting your grass collection box, and that will just hook on there very simply onto these 2 grey plastic lugs. That hooks into position, the flap holds it down, and away we go. It's also got a little indicator flap here which tells us that the box is still collecting grass. When it stops flapping, it means there's no airflow and the box is full. So we're now ready to start the mower. One final thing to do, you remember when I assembled the handles, we put this little bracket on here. This is to hold the mains lead. The mains lead is this orange coloured one, and we don't want it to pull on here. So what we do is just make a loop, feed it through there like that, and hook it over the top. So what we need to do then is to plug that in to the mains. So before we start it, we're going to raise the height of cut, because when it's packaged for transit, it's on the lowest, and we don't want to scalp the grass. So just lift it so it's not too tight to the ground. And then on the side here, there's a red button. We have to depress the red button before we pull back this red lever, which then engages the electric motor. And away we go. So there you have it. This is the Cobra GTRM40 electric mower. It's a great piece of kit, so happy mowing.
Remember to register your Cobra online at www.cobragarden.co.uk. Always have your Cobra serviced regularly. Check the website for your nearest dealer.